What's something you wish you knew on your first cruise? Oh boy. Well, I don't know if this helps you at this point, Michelle. It's a great question. Number one, I would book with the travel agent, although I think I did book with the travel agent. I'm pretty sure. Anyway, book with the travel agent. That'd be number one. Number two, pre-book as much as I possibly could have to save money. Number three, I would say, and I've done videos about this on our channel. You can dig for them as well, Michelle. I would probably say to spend to explore the ship as much as I can on the first day of the cruise, getting your bearings, knowing what's available to do, reading a past cruise compass. Those are all really good things so that you can be aware of what to expect on board. Hey Matt, what's the arrival date for Wonder of the Season at Fort Lauderdale? Well, what day did you arrive here? It depends. A lot of the websites that track ship movement, including the Port Everglades website, are notoriously flaky and incorrect. I remember during the pandemic, we were trying to track when Odyssey of the Seas would arrive in Port Canaveral on her first arrival, and it changed like 3 or 4 different times. I believe it's right around the end of February, like February 20 something. But I'm not. I wouldn't bet money on that if I were you. Is the Windjammer open for dinner? It has been, yeah. Before when cruises first started up, the Windjammer wasn't open for dinner because they were trying to get to capacity of at least 50%. They certainly have gotten to that. Of course, in late December and January, we had Omicron, and some of the numbers on the cruise ship, the amount of people on board the ship was less. But as far as I'm aware, it's still open for dinner. Does Royal Caribbean accept the government COVID test? If not, when should I order test for cruises in June? Great question. They do not, at least not the ones that I got from the government. There's only one at-home test that Royal Caribbean accepts, and that's the Abbott Binax Now from emed.com or Optum. The reason being they are proctored tests. The ones from the government, at least the ones I've gotten, it seems everyone has gotten, are these just at-home ones to do if you got the sniffles or something like that, right? But they're not proctored. They need to be proctored with a video chat, and there's only one test that Royal Caribbean accepts right now, and that is the Abbott's Binax Now. So if your cruise is in June, you can order it now. Even their expiration dates aren't until about December or January of next year. You could wait a little longer if you'd like to. Maybe no more than a month or two before your cruise would I recommend booking it there. Does the deluxe drink package cover the drinks at Labadee like it does a Perfect Day? Yes, absolutely. It makes the value so much higher when you go into to a private island, where it's not really an island, it's a peninsula, but go with me, a private destination. It is included and it makes it well worth it. Absolutely. What would you recommend, Izumi sushi or hibachi for dinner? My heart says sushi. My stomach says hibachi. Hibachi is an amazing meal. I mean, it depends how much you like sushi. If you are a sushi lover, oh man, you got to do both. That's the only reasonable thing to do is to do both. I love both. I'd recommend both. I would say hibachi. It's just such a fun experience, but I give an edge to hibachi. But you can also order sushi from the hibachi table. So don't feel like now that's a lot of food because hibachi is a major meal. And whenever I see somebody ordering sushi, I'm always like, good luck, bro. But a little small roll is fine. Don't order the Izumi Funamaki roll to the hibachi table. That's just crazy. How would you compare Royal Caribbean to Disney? Just as good as Disney, if not better, and way less expensive. I used to cruise on Disney, came over to Royal Caribbean, love it, never look back. Disney Cruise Line is just overrated and overpriced in my opinion. There's a couple of nice things they do. I'm not gonna say they don't do anything well. They do things well, but I think Royal Caribbean matches or exceeds them in so many places, and for a fraction of the price for a family cruise line. I think Royal's the way to go. And there's a lot of people in this chat who are former Disney converts, and they will tell you the exact same thing, man. We used to like it, but the pricing is redonkulous on Disney Cruise Line. And I just don't understand how anyone can justify their pricing. I'll be honest. I just don't. It's not a luxury cruise line. It's not a premium cruise line. It's a mass market cruise line that you're paying for the brand name. I just don't understand it, but yeah. Number one wish for the new Icon or Icon class in general. Ooh. I mean, number one wish? I mean, that's a loaded question, Lindsay. I don't know. I pick one wish. Can I wish for more wishes? I'm hoping I'm going to wish for a new public space. Like we've had the Seaplex, we've had Central Park, we've had Boardwalk, a new area of the ship, public space that is going to be equally as interesting, equally as cool as other places. New option. I would love to see that. One thing we have to do at CocoCay. It's always about food, Jenny. You got to get the crispy chicken sandwich. It will change your life. If you're a chicken sandwich fan, it is so good. That's food, obviously. Yeah, I mean, you can make arguments for the Cocoa Beach Club, Thrill Water Park, going to Oasis Lagoon. But gosh, I mean, I would pick, where you're going to pick somewhere to go, right? So I feel like that's not the issue, but get the crispy chicken sandwich. It's complimentary and amazing. I think you'll like it quite a bit. Do you think Royal Caribbean will drop the mask mandate? I think they're going to roll back the mask mandate, J Bones, initially, because of course, right now it's got stricter protocols. When? I don't know. It's supposed to expire February 14th. Hopefully, it will not get it renewed, but in May, who knows? But whether or not it gets renewed or not, eventually it'll be scaled back, I think, to some extent. Will it be dropped completely? I think I could foresee that scenario if COVID truly starts to plummet in terms of case count. All of Royal Caribbean's protocols are truly tied to what's happening in society. There's a correlation. Lower cases on land equals more likely we're going to see protocols be scaled back on cruise ships. So let's hope so. Fingers crossed on that one, because I know a lot of folks would love to see that changing. Why is there such a limited choice of ships out of California or Washington state ports? Great question. Because they're not near the Caribbean. The Caribbean is the heart of the cruise industry. West Coast cruises are very limited in their options where they can go. You're either going to Alaska or you're going to Mexico, and those are great, but there's just not enough demand to warrant having enough more ships over there. That's essentially the reason for it. It's all about supply and demand, and there's just not enough demand, so the supply is pretty limited for cruise ships there. I know, not the answer you're looking for, but it is what it is. What will it be like on Serenade versus an Oasis class ship, a 7-night Western Caribbean cruise? Well, Oasis, the amount of things to do is really what you're talking about. Oasis of the Seas is an Oasis class ship. Serenade's a Radiance class ship. It's a night and day difference in the amount of activities, amenities. Serenade has a Centrum. Oasis is a Royal Promenade. So you're really talking about how many, the breadth and selection of activities on board is going to be significantly different. But it's still a fun cruise, dude. If you're on Serenade, first of all, someone else is paying for it. It's the right price. Second of all, Serenade is a classic cruising experience. A lot of time spent by the pool, relaxing, chilling out. Still great. There's shows every night. I love the lounges actually on there. So yeah. Matt, do you or anyone know what the production show on Wonder is? No, I sense a theme developing here. No, again, Royal has not announced the entertainment yet. We only know about 2 shows on Wonder of the Seas: Intense and 365 Seasons of Love. That's Rent. But those 2 shows that we know about are because somebody leaked the information. Nick Weir was the head of entertainment. But officially, Royal has not announced what the shows will be on board, which is, again, we're, how many days, Josh, till our cruise, right? Crazy. Does Oasis of the Seas have a formal night, 7-night cruise leaving New Jersey? Yeah, you'll have 2 of them. They might call them like dress your best. Same idea. Formal night is a very strong word, Jenny. And we have actually a blog post up at royalcaribbeanblog.com right on our homepage all about formal night. But there are 2 formal nights on board. They may call it like dress your best, but the same basic difference right there. First cruise in May. Should I wait until everything becomes normal? Don't want to have an abbreviated trip with many events or activities closed. There's no guarantees either way, David. I would say you go ahead with the cruise. I mean, listen, do you have to be flexible right now when you're going on a cruise? Yes. Is there a possibility that you will have a port stop canceled or activities canceled? Yes. But the good news is, and I'm not sure if you saw what came out last week with Royal Caribbean's with their earnings call, is that there's been over the last 7 days, no COVID cases on board. And the amount of COVID cases that are on board now are pre-Omicron level. So hopefully we're past the point where they were really struggling with some of these issues that you identified. But nobody can promise you, David, that your cruise in May or if you pushed it back, a month or 6 months, that you wouldn't run into the same issue. I say go for it. It'll still be a fun cruise either way. Can I book a haircut and shave for embarkation day? You should be able to. I would check number 1. Go on the cruise. Thank you for the super chat, by the way. Go to the Cruise Planner website. See if you can see the option on there. If you don't see that option in the spa treatment area on the Cruise Planner, then next thing I would do is as soon as you get on board the ship, I'd go to the spa and try to arrange something. They do offer shaves and haircuts for men. The thing is, of course, there's very limited time slots on the first day. So first thing I would do is check the Cruise Planner website, and then I would, that'd be your primary thing. And if that doesn't work, then go on board the ship and ask. So we'll be live again on Monday, hanging out, talking with you guys all about more Royal Caribbean. Until then, have a great week, everybody. Stay safe out there. Do something fun. That's important as well. And we'll talk again very soon right here on YouTube. Good night, everybody.